What's up, Metal Summoners? How's everyone doing today? We are coming at you from all over the globe today. We are out at concerts galore. We've got Psycho Steve out at Judas Priest and Queensryche. I'm out supporting the TMS alumni, Julian K, at Baltimore Soundstage. We've got Angel Alamo. We've got the Empress, Bobby Dreyer. And we are being entertained this evening by our guest host this evening, who is from Monco Radio. That is Candy Burton, who is joining us from A Handful of Candy and Candy's Kiss Corner. But enough about us. We talk too much, but you're going to get a hell of a lot more from us. So we're going to bring in our dual attack of guests today. We have got from Voodoo13, we have got Chris Blevins, and from Lydias Castle, we have got Tonya LeeAnne. How are you guys?
Hey, thanks for having us, guys.
Happy to have you. Happy to have you.
I'm doing good.
Right on, man. Right on. Chris, let's kick it right to you right off the bat, dude. You just got done opening up for another TMS alumni and John Karabi. So why don't you talk a little bit about that experience?
Oh, man, it was awesome. I've played with John probably 6 times now, and it's unbelievable. I love the stories. I love him. I love his voice, everything about him. He's just a great guy. I sell merch for him every time I play with him, and I actually went out on the road with him to up a little bit further than our show Friday night and Saturday in Versailles, Ohio, and sold merch for him there, and went and hung out at a club and stuff. I mean, he's an awesome guy. So great stuff there.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Right on. Tonya, let's kick it up to you. Why don't you talk a little bit about the new single that you've got out right now?
Yeah, man. So Lydias Castle just dropped a new single. It's called Falling Into Place. And, you know, the single's going over well. It was really fun to record. It's a rocker. I kind of feel like it's a female take on, you know, Skid Row, Slave to the Grind kind of thing. But I love it. We put on a music video for it. It was a jailbreak, and organically in 2 weeks we've hit 18,000 views. So wow. We must be doing something right.
That's awesome. Absolutely, for sure. Empress, Bobby Dreyer, let's bring you in.
So I got to do Danger right now. Candy, it's all about you tonight, right now. First, I got to apologize because I know shit's going to go down and she's going to be like, oh, but thank God Jay's on here. So, Tonya, look, I will be in Tennessee this week, and, you know, and I'm representing, you know, the Funyun. I'm because I'm a fun guy.
You got to represent the barbecue, man. That's where it's at here in Nashville.
Nashville hot chicken.
Man.
Oh,
can't go wrong.
And Chris,
yeah,
Voodoo13, let's kick it out. I need to give me a little bit of, you know, just the tip. Give us a little bit about it.
Voodoo13, you know, the name came about because we're from the South. We're from Mississippi, down around the swamp area, Louisiana, stuff like that. So the voodoo came from that, and 13's my lucky number. Got married on the 13th. I'm not superstitious. So that's kind of how the name came about. But we've been a band for off and on for 24 years. You know, life just seems to happen every time, you know, kids, grandkids, this or that, wives, you know, divorces, you know, you name it. It's just life. But yeah, 24 years, man, we're still out kicking ass and doing it, and should have a new album. We should have an album out by hopefully October. Not sure yet, but we'll see. That's the
So
plan.
let me go a little bit of background on you, and then I'm going to throw it to Tonya about it. So Voodoo13 influences everything you guys been throwing out because you're such a fucking badass rock and roll, just donkey punching the Man Unit rock and roll band right there. So
Well, thank you.
where did it come about? You're very old school rock and roll, right there. Early Aerosmith, very, draw the line. So how did it come about?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we just we fit together. My guitar player and bass player, we've been together for 24 years. Our drummer actually passed away last year. He got hit on a motorcycle.
Fucking drummers. Oh my
died.
God, wait, I gotta go Chris Rock on this. I'm not gonna go Jada Pinkett, but what the fuck is up with drummers dying?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
and it's not just drummers dying. I mean, we've always had trouble with drummers. Still to this day, we're looking for one right now. We're just doing acoustic shows, but
I think
it is what it is.
Fucking Spinal Tap conspiracy. That's all I'm saying.
but yeah, man. I think our biggest not influence, but our favorite band, but between the three of us, is probably Junkyard. We're huge Junkyard fans, and of course, Rose Tattoo, the James Gang, Aerosmith, like you said. I mean, it's just tons of bands. Led Zeppelin, of course. AC/DC. It's a little bit of influences everywhere. Victor Wooten for the bass player. Bella Fleck. I mean, just I don't know where. I don't know where to begin or to start, but a little bit of everything.
That's awesome. Tonya, going back to you right now. You guys, female front singer, there's been a lot there with us being in the north up here. So we, had that. Your influences right there. Who would it be? Would it be a Lizzie Hale? Would it be a Joan Jett? Would it be who's that person who just made you just go, fuck yeah, I'm going out there to go kick ass?
Man, I honestly, there's so many amazing women that are in rock, and kudos to all the women that, have been able to break that glass ceiling. But honestly, it really comes down to two females for me, and it's probably going to be Martina McBride and Lizzie Hale.
Yeah. Nice. So I worked with David Ivory, who found it and found Lizzie Hale, she and AJ. So,
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I'll be real honest. Like, I grew up on country music, and I grew up on Martina McBride and, Broken Wing, Independence Day. And I want to say around 2013, when I heard Hailstorm's very first record come out, it was at that moment where I said, I want to do that. I want to do what no other females are doing. And ever since then, I never looked back. I just stuck it out and did rock.
So this is a little bit background you probably don't know. So David, I was just with today. David and I, when we did the Millennial Music Fest up in Harrisburg, when he found Lizzie and those guys, they wanted to be a Christian rock band. Okay. And David said, why don't we change this a little bit? And look where Lizzie is now today.
Man, rock queen. I'm telling you, like right up there with Amy Lee, Hart. I mean, her vocals, there's nothing like it. And I'll be real honest, like a lot of the screams that I do, I learned off of Lizzie Hale. You know what I mean? So I didn't take vocal lessons from a coach or anything. I just popped that disc into my CD player, and that's how I just learned.
That's
what? Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's how it should be, too. It's just different influences, different sounds at the right time. That's definitely a cool way to go it. And before I kick it up to Candy, because I want her to take over the next segment, we talked a little bit about it off the air, and I just think it's kind of a cool little thing. So, Tonya, you and Chris have a little bit of like history, whether it be playing or familiar with each other. So talk a little bit about that, because I just think it's a bitchin' story.
Yeah, man. Chris, why don't you take the lead? I already did.
Well, I actually do a podcast myself, a video podcast, and I actually interviewed her last Monday on my show for the first time. But I have played in Nashville a couple of times. I know a bunch of people that she knows, so
Yeah.
so that was cool. But yeah, and then she's got a song. I'll let her talk about it, but they have a new song coming out, I think this month, this coming up month in April. And she told me a story that kind of choked me up a little bit, and some other people. So I'll let her take that over. So
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, Chris and I, yeah, we officially met last week, but we got some mutual friends. Our drum tech, Cadence Hyatt, he's a mutual friend of ours. But yeah, like Chris said, we have a new single coming out on April 8th. The song is called "Search for You," and my husband Cody, he is the guitar player, lead guitarist, and rhythm guitar player here in Lydias Castle. And we ended up losing our daughter a couple of days before our due date, and her name was Lydia. And while we were rebuilding ourselves and trying to figure out who we wanted to be as people again, we decided that in building our new future, we would build Lydias Castle. And so part of Lydias Castle is about, being just that beacon of hope and light to let people know that through tragedy, there is light, there can be good things. And that's how Lydias Castle was formed. So "Search for You" is our song to Lydia. And it's a really great song. A lot of people, I feel like, are going to be able to relate, especially in this hard time where there's just a lot of loss in the world. This is just something to shine a light, a positivity. So
yeah,
Absolutely.
amen. And
yeah,
I'm sorry, just like Bobby said, drummers, Taylor Hawkins. I mean, give it up for that guy right there. Rest in
absolutely.
peace, T Hawk. It was, one of my, Foo Fighters, one of my favorite bands too. So.
Absolutely. Hands down, man.
No, absolutely. No, and that's totally cool. That's a great story. That's a tight, touching story as well. It actually is kind of an apropos segment changeover, because one of the reasons that we built such a strong relationship with Candy is the way that our show has unintentionally tied in with moments of her life, whether it was listening to the show on a bad day or a guest that we've had that is tied into something personal in her life and stuff like that. So that's actually a really cool segment. So on that note, Candy, why don't you take it away? Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, right off the bat, I got to thank the Core 4 for allowing me to be a part of the show again today. It's an absolute honor and pleasure. Love you guys to death. Love you guys dearly. Tonya, Chris.
How much do you like us, Candy? I would, what? You need to show me some love.
I love you guys. But yeah, Tonya and Chris, mad love and respect for what you guys do. But my question, I guess you both can chime in on this. So, you mean new music video that you guys released, respectively, throughout this pandemic? I wonder, was it a challenge given the climate of the world, to put out something like that?
You go ahead, Tonya.
Yeah, I want to say that throughout the stuff that we have been putting out, our biggest focus in the forefront of our mind has been being mindful of what everybody else is going through. I personally didn't lose anybody close to us during COVID, but how we released things and how we were presented in the public eye, we were very careful. We wore masks when we were together. We made sure that we were very gentle, through everybody else and what they were going through. So as we were releasing stuff, we still had that in the forefront of our mind, but also, we just wanted to put out something that was going to entertain people, to take their mind away from what was going on in the world. So in doing that, we've been just having fun. We've released 2 videos. There's one for Phoenix, one for Falling Into Place, and Search for You will have a music video as well. So.
For sure. And Chris, how about you? I mean, Twisted Love was released back in August of 2020. I mean, you're talking right dead center in the middle of a pandemic. So was that a challenge for you?
To be honest, it wasn't. It should have been. The last 2 years I've been going through cancer and chemo and all kind of things, and I should have been wearing a mask. I didn't wear a mask. I didn't give a shit. I was, susceptible to a lot of things, not just COVID, and I just didn't care. It's not that I didn't care. I was going to live my life and not be scared of anything. So it was not hard. It was actually easier because there wasn't anybody around to get in the way of anything. So and it presents a little bit of challenge no matter what, because I'm up here. I live in Cincinnati, and the band lives in Jackson, Mississippi. So that's kind of a trek, for us to get together and do stuff, not just to record, but to do videos, to do anything. And and right now I'm on the road. We're right across the street from Washington, D.C. So we're in Alexandria, Virginia, or something like that.
Is that where you are right now, in Alexandria?
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It's kind of funny. I'll show y'all in a minute. The Wiener Mobile's behind me. That's going to be my backdrop in a second.
And kind of a follow-up to that question, and again, you both can chime in on this. It's something that Jay talks about quite often, just talking about what COVID gave us rather than what COVID took from us. Mm-hmm. So what do you feel like your positive takeaways have been, for the last couple of years?
Positive takeaways. I am not really sure on that. There's wow. I don't know. You take that, Tonya.
Sure. So I have a couple, because I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think that some of the positive takeaways, maybe like the top three, would be I really appreciate the time that I spend with people in person a lot more. The second one is I really appreciate people in the service industry more than ever, and then the third one, which seems so silly, but I really appreciate seeing people's smiles again. I feel like it was so hard to be able to just kind of connect with somebody when you couldn't see their face. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you have teeth and you have a smile and you're a real person. And just that sense of like humanity. And it was just, those are my three. I just really appreciated that more than ever.
Absolutely.
100%.
Now, Jay, before I kick it back up to you, I just want to say that my mother is watching right now. So, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
I want to answer one thing for sure. Family time. I spend a lot more time with my family, but it did give me a lot more respect for service people, especially people in the hospitals and stuff like that, because I was in the hospital for a long time, and had COVID twice since then, and I kicked its butt just like I did cancer. So
oh yeah.
So there we go.
Absolutely. I mean, I've addressed it a bunch. The guys have addressed it a bunch, but that was one of the big things that COVID gave us, was literally this show. So we started this show 3 weeks before the big blackout.
Wow.
The first Wednesday in March of 2020 was our kickoff. And the funny thing about it is we were always talking about, fuck, man, we want to do an interview every week. How the fuck are we going to make that happen? These guys are busy. Well, 3 weeks later, these guys were all sitting at home with nothing to do. So we changed the show over to concentrating on how to keep the musicians in the front of people's brains. Because music is a bitch, man. It's a cruel, cruel game and a cruel mistress. And anybody can be forgotten just like that when the next big thing comes through. So we're always very grateful about what we were able to turn this show into over 2 years, when it started as a side project, but then we were kind of gifted the opportunity to really put some aggression behind it. And that came with bigger, better guests, trips to Rockin' Pod, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But absolutely. Awesome. But hey, let's kick it over to our ever so beloved Angel Alamo. Angel, it's all
what's
you,
up,
man.
Angel?
Let's hear from the fans. I will be back in a little bit during the Birthday Massacre set.
Okay.
No, I just had to wait for the screen to clear and all that stuff. But dude, I just want to commend you for fighting cancer, because I lost my parents to cancer over the last 2 years. So
Yeah.
fuck cancer and just a lot
Amen.
of love.
And
Amen.
if I can just add as well, and
Yes.
my mom can attest to this, my brother is also a cancer survivor. He's been in
Mm.
remission since August 2012.
Amen.
Yay!
Yes.
Before we get into it, Angel, Jay, Steve, and our beloved Matt Porter, who's the patron saint of Uga, but we won't even go. Look, these three guys, and Matt were the glue to keep the shit here, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. This pandemic kicked everybody's ass, but I lost my mom, and these guys were the glue to keep my shit together. So,
There you go.
yes. And look, this show has been the world. Candy, and I will apologize to the world to the end of you. You know, everything I do is all in jest. I love you to the moon and back, but she's the greatest thing since sliced cheese and penis. But, you know,
Sorry, Mom. My mom's watching.
well, hello, I'm gay. I love penis. You know,
That's okay, Candy. My mom's on too.
Brilliant.
and the big thing is,
You know what?
my
Hey,
best
listen.
thing is watching Angel change colors.
And you know what? This always seems to happen right before Angel gets to the fan questions. I love it.
It always
So
does.
back
Yeah.
to you, Angel.
Thanks a lot, Bobby. How do I top that?
I know how you, wait, sorry.
But you know what?
Uh-oh.
You do bring up you did bring up something for Mother's Day. Speaking of the moms, Lydia's Castle self-titled EP comes out on Mother's Day. Actually,
Very good.
yeah, May 8th, right?
Oh, hey guys, sorry to cut you off. TMS alumni Martin Motnick says hello to everybody on the panel today.
Hey!
How's it going?
Anyway, back to you, Angel. Sorry.
That's okay.
Martin, Rover. That's all I'm going to say. Rover. Learn it. Get it down. It's
Yeah.
there.
Okay, I'm trying to promote a damn EP.
Go ahead.
We're gonna get there, Angel. We're gonna get there.
We're halfway there.
Oh, God.
Living
Yeah,
on.
man. So the EP is coming out on Mother's Day, and the way that we planned our release is that's on purpose. The whole Lost Behind Lydia's Castle, the whole Shining a Light.
Oh, no.
It's not ironic. It was planned to be like that. So yeah, it's our way of just giving back. Shining a light. There's a lot of women that go through miscarriages and stillbirths, and they feel very isolated, and even men, they feel alone. And so we talk about our story, and we tell people what we've been through, because it's like the opiate pandemic. The more you talk about it, the more people know how to talk about it when others go through it. And so releasing it on Mother's Day, that was just part of the plan. Yeah. And we're excited. It's self-titled, 5 songs, and man, they rock. They slap. They're so good. Not in a biased way, but I hope that you guys love it really as much as we
like
do.
a bitch slap, or is it like a happy slap, or is it like a sexual slap?
It might be like a sexual slap, like very like a love tap.
Yes, we do.
However you want it, Bobby. That's how it'll be.
Hey, you're gonna be in Nashville next week, so
you and I will be romping at Roberts.
I will be in your neck of the woods. We will definitely grab a drink and hang
Come
out.
over to Dollywood. I'm going to be at Dollywood for a while too.
If I have
That
time,
is true.
I'll definitely go to Dollywood.
So, one other question that I have is, let me bring this up. You do have a record release party.
Yeah.
Saturday, May 7th in Nashville. Tickets are $10. Bring your mom to the show. Get her a T-shirt. Good Mother's Day gift.
Where are you doing the show? Where are you doing it at?
We're doing it in Nashville. So it's at the end. It's right across the street from Exodus. and it's one of
my favorite place.
Man, it's great. It's one of the End is
Wait,
one of the
isn't that the
oldest
gay
punk
bar
rock
across the
bars
street?
in Nashville.
Wait, that's a gay bar across the street from Exit Inn.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It's
it is.
whatever. Well,
I'm
listen, if
gay.
it
I
can
know
be-
where those bars are.
It is whatever bar you want it to be. Gay, straight, we will let you in. Come enjoy.
The
some
End is a
50 Cent.
rock club.
Well,
Yeah.
I know Exit Inn is across the street, but there's a gay bar across the street.
There might just be.
Well,
Yeah.
now we could call it the happy ending.
It will be a great happy ending. We're gonna be playing with our good friends in True Villains and Voltage Hawk. If you guys don't know them as well, check them out. They're some of Nashville's finest, greatest talented rock bands here in Nashville. They're amazing.
And you can go get some Nashville hot chicken too.
Yeah, probably right across the street.
Hattie
as well.
B's.
I love
Go to Hattie
Nashville.
B's.
July 15th, we're actually playing in Nashville at the Cobra. Voodoo
Tell me
13
about
is.
that.
Right. Yep, and I got them, and I got those dates right here.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
How far
Nice,
away
man.
from the adult bookstores?
Bob,
Never a dull moment.
I'm trying to do fan questions, so we're talking about adult bookstores. You know what they are. You can just go on Amazon, or you can do what I did during the pandemic.
Wait,
Pornhub.
I gotta ask: do adult
Uh-oh.
bookstores take quarters or Bitcoin?
I have no idea.
Bobby, you would know.
Or is it suck coin?
Jesus.
Nobody likes to be bit.
Speak for yourself. I'm not at liberty to talk about that.
Welcome to our show.
So did any fan questions come up?
Yes, I have one that came up, but I got to get to it. Oh, question from Melinda. Melinda has a few questions. Sorry, Melinda. This never works out this way. Oh yeah, Melinda has a question. When are you going to start touring, Tonya?
Whenever
Tour?
somebody asks us to come on tour with them. Whenever we can find somebody to help
Hello,
us pay.
Lizzie. Wait, I know a band. No, Molly.
Dude, happy to open up for Hailstorm. They don't even have to pay us. I don't even have to eat.
What about Evanescence? I mean, look, and I gotta say, you guys, the coolest thing, I love female-fronted bands right now. I think are the most badass thing in the whole world. And look, if
Hold
we
on, Bobby. Bobby, not to hurt you, but we got breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Steven.
oh
Steve,
my God, hello,
Hello.
Rob, the bitch
don't
is
tell me you're in the
cheating
men's
on me.
restroom, dude.
I am, because it's the quietest part of the club, of the concert.
Club? What club are you at?
Sorry, I'm at the Prudential Center.
Yeah, but you said club first.
Yes.
Are you really there?
What's
No,
that?
just playing.
Steve,
Yeah.
are you in the Rob Halford Glory Room?
Yes. I'm waiting
Oh
for
my
him to get
God.
off stage so I can get
Are
him
you
off.
breaking the law?
Yes. And you got another thing coming.
Woo,
Really?
But
Hoorah! Hi, guys.
Will I be screaming for vengeance?
Yes.
Gosh,
You're my turbo lover, Bobby.
You be careful. You might be breaking the law.
That reminds me of
But-
my appointment with
But
my
I do have
mistress.
some
I'm dead.
parental guidance.
never a dull moment.
There is no safe words.
That's
Y'all know
right,
that,
turbo
right?
lover.
Yeah, there's no safe words. Just saying.
Steve, how you doing?
I'm very good for my age. How you guys doing?
Steve,
Fabulous.
we could
What's
be
up?
heading down to the highway.
What's that?
We could be heading down to the highway.
Yeah. So we're here at the Prudential Center watching Queensryche and Judas Priest. So,
Fabulous.
but I wanted to come on and say hi to all of you. So, hello.
Yeah, man,
Hello.
thanks for
Wow,
jumping
that's
on. That's
neat.
one heck of a
Right
lineup that
here.
we're seeing.
So if I'm yelling, I apologize ahead of time.
No problem.
I might go back into the bathroom because it's the most quiet part of the whole stadium. So I'm gonna do that. Hold on a minute.
You know what? You've had too much to drink. First you say you're at a club, then you say you're at an arena. Now you're saying you're at a
All
stadium.
right, there we go. Can you guys hear me now?
He's in the bathroom now.
I'm back
Yeah,
in
he's
the
back
bathroom.
in the bathroom.
I don't have to yell.
Oh, great. Are you in the women's room?
So, well, welcome, Lydias Castle. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having
It's
me.
great
I
to see
appreciate
you
it.
both again. I haven't seen you since Rocket Pod.
Yes. Yeah, I'm
So-
really happy to be on with you guys. I was saying this has like been such a fun podcast.
Sorry I
to
couldn't
be-
join you for the beginning or most of the show, but I didn't want to be rude. I wanted to make us say hello.
Yeah.
So, hello.
Hello. Enjoy
So-
your show too. That's a sick lineup that you're seeing right now.
Yeah. So I do have a quick question. My question is, who is Lydia?
Okay, so Lydia is definitely not me. I'm not that cool. But Lydia is just a special person in my husband and I's life, and she was our daughter. We lost her before our due date, and and going through a tragedy, we ended up rebuilding ourselves, building Lydia's castle, and just to show people that there is a light at the end of a dark road. So yeah, that's the story behind Lydia's
That
castle.
so freaking rocks.
Yeah, it was very unexpected. Like I said, it was like a week beforehand. There was no red flags or anything like that, and so when you go 9 months thinking you're gonna be a mom or a dad or this person, and then it doesn't happen, you just have to kind of pivot, do a whole soul searching self-evaluation, and we decided we wanted to do music together one more time, and we are just giving it everything that we have to give. And you know, we pulled out our 401ks. Like, we don't have a backup plan. Like, this is everything that we have to possibly give, and we're just having fun doing it, and we're just, you know, shining a light on something that a lot of other people go through that don't talk about, and to show them that you can come out on top of it. You know, if you really work at it and it's something that you know you really believe in and you want, you can really do it. So yeah.
Hey, Tonya, I got to throw this out, and I'm going to throw it out to my girl in Canada right now, and she knows I love her to the moon and back. Look, she is a son with a special need. I have a niece who's 33 who has autism, who I love to the world and back. And look, being a gunkle, being a mom, being whatever it is, there are these things that hit you in the heart. And thank you. You know, you know, look, whatever we can do to really promote that end of, I don't know what it's like to, I know what it's like to lose a mother. Angel attest to that, but to lose a daughter, somebody that close, gosh.
Yeah, it's really, you know, it's really beautiful to think that you can really love somebody so much without even fully knowing them, you know? And it's beautiful. And, you know, like at the time I didn't understand the bigger picture, and I'm only in the spot I am today because of her, because of going through that. And you know, she's helping me achieve my dreams, you know, and my goal is to just be inspirational to other women so that they can go after their dreams, you know. It's breaking that glass ceiling, man. That's what we're here to do. Women is the future.
Yeah.
And you know, Tonya, what I really love about Lydia's Castle, you know, is that you took something so tragic, and so terrible, and you turned it into a positive, and you're carrying on that legacy. You know, that's what I love about it the most.
Yeah.
Real quick to interject, Chris, I want to throw it in to you right there. How did your relationship with Tonya come about through all of this?
I mean, we talked online. I knew a friend of hers, like she said, the guy that does drum tech stuff for her, Cadence Hennett, and met him. He's played his band played with us a couple of times in Nashville, and that's how I found out about Lydias Castle. And I just decided, hey, let me hit her up and see if she wants to be on, my podcast show. And she did, and we talked, and I'll be damned if we're not on the same one together the next week. So that's awesome, So we haven't actually met in person, but this is our second time talking live together. So
I got to ask: is there a collab in the future for the two of you?
Hey, I'm up for that. I'd love to sing with a awesome female kick-ass front woman.
I mean, you do have that show July 15th, so maybe we can make something happen.
Hey, yeah, definitely. See there?
So
I like the way you think.
Here is my whole thing. Look, I'm like the gay matchmaker of everything, but look what Amy Lee did with, look, the Spider-Man thing and everything. I'm just saying, there's a little bit of, a little camaraderie here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
that would be sweet.
There's been some beautiful things that have come about. Look, I live in Doylestown. Alicia #Pink lives right behind me. She did the thing with fun, and you never know. You guys could be the next it couple.
Probably not the it couple, but we could definitely do it.
But you know what I'm saying about their collabs have never been a bad thing.
No,
exactly.
And it's good. It's good, man. Mixing with musicians, because I'm all for that. We'll talk offline, and maybe that's something we could do. It'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm like the homo matchmaker.
Angel, do we still have fan questions?
Yes, let me get to Melinda, who's been waiting very patiently to get her questions answered.
Take it away from the queen.
That's what I do best.
Well, she's kind of doing what Jay does. Keep us in place and in order.
What do you mean?
Someone's got to do it, right,
whips
Candy?
Flashing us?
Say what now?
I said somebody's got to do it.
No, what Bobby said.
Well, I get whiplashed.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, Angel.
Y'all still not letting me get to the fan questions. God. Hold on 1 second. I cannot be sober.
Cheers, guys.
Where the hell is Lisa when we need her?
Oh, trust me. I got it coming. Get worried. Let me get to the question.
Hey, isn't that Stevie's got another thing coming? Oh, no, he's with Rob.
I'm running to the liquor store. Melinda wants to know, is the next album already in the works, Tonya?
Yes. Gosh, we have so much music, with just being in a band with John Wysocki, the former drummer of Stain, and then, Cody Denton, who plays guitar, and our new bass player, Corey. When you work with musicians who just know what they're doing and the chemistry is there, the songs just literally fall into place. So we already have another 2 albums that we could go into the studio and record if we wanted to.
And she also wants to know how many songs are going to be on the first album.
Melinda's got a lot of questions.
Yes, she does. She's got a few more, actually. So I'm trying to get to her questions.
This EP is going to have 5 songs on it. Yep. And all of them are different. They all have a different vibe.
Okay, hold on 1 second. We get to our other question. Are you going to add another woman to your band?
Man, I would love that. Candy, you want to be my band?
She can play the cowbell.
Hey, listen, I'm talentless. That's why I do the radio thing. I've got a face for radio and I got a voice for radio.
Just do what I do. Just play the cowbell.
But hey, listen, if you need promotion, hit me up. You know where to find me.
So
There we go.
Tonya and Chris, I'm going to throw this out here right now. Look, I put it out. We talked about a collab, pro bono, and this is live. If you guys want to do it, I'll take the cost. I'd love to work with both of you, and we'll do it. I'll get a couple people. I'll get some good songwriters and Desmond. We'll work with a couple people. Mark Hudson. I'm sorry. Good friends of mine. But let's do something and kick ass.
That's what it's all about, man. I'm down. Yeah.
If you guys
I'm up for it.
I got a good friend. I'll be in Nashville. Gary Burr. Miss Warren. A couple people. AJ. I'll be there. Let's talk.
Cool.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes, sir.
I really think the two of you, there's something there. And if we don't do this,
It's the Southern thing. Well, my
no,
bad. She's from St. Louis. She's actually from St.
Oh,
Louis,
no.
but still, you know.
but I
Am I
have
still
a
in
gut,
here?
I have a gut
Yeah,
feeling.
you are.
Oh, shit.
Candy, where are you? Candy, just show the boobs.
Oh, it should be back on.
She
But
disconnected.
my feeling is there needs to be a collab here, and no, all jokes aside, it's something that just it's got to be that thing that's just going to kick ass.
I'm all about collabing with,
I-
other musicians and just seeing where it goes,
And I'm looking at the two of you and the way Jay put all this together tonight. Candy, you're back. I said, show me your tits, but you didn't hear it. And I'm not about boobs. If it was penis, that would be fine.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
But no, really, there's been a lot of things over the past, and even going back in time, there are things that there's a reason the two of you are on our show. And if I can put this together as a match made in heaven, hey,
Hey, Ozzy Lita, Amy Lee and the guy from Seether. I can't remember his name, but
That was a good one.
all sorts of things.
I would be happy to feature on one of your songs.
Oh,
well,
no, same with me.
I would think it would be that thing, the two of you guys. And look, I'll bring you up here to PA. I have my studio here. I have a couple things. Let's work on shit.
Cool.
I'll cover the
down.
bone. If you guys are up for it, I'll cover the nut.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
Hell
I'm a big guy of covering a lot of nuts.
Anything to do with music, yes.
Yes,
I'm all
sir.
for it. I love it.
I'll DM you my number when we get off.
Well, yes, but I really got a feeling there's a bond here between the two of yous, and I'm going, something could come about that could be amazing.
Well, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
That would be a good bill
No,
together.
thank you guys.
Yeah.
And
That'd be a
thank
great
Jay.
bill, a great double
Candy,
bill.
back to you. See, look.
Oh, is it my turn now?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So kind of a fun question that I like to ask several of my guests. I'm all for road stories. I love hearing the hilarity that ensues while you guys are on the road. So is there anything that you both can share with us?
I'll go for what? Hold on. My wife is laughing at me. She's sitting in the seat beside me. She remembers more shit than I do, and it's just me telling her.
You can ask her to leave the room.
What, tell me. Huh? Okay, never mind. Go ahead, Lydia, if you know something.
Sure, man. So
I will in a second. I'm trying to.
Just made a Funyun come out my fucking nose.
man. So I got a good story for you. This is a noob story. So I've been doing music since I was like 15 years old. And I remember being really intimidated to change my guitar strings. I play guitar as well. And the very first time I changed the strings, I was on the road on the way to do like this open mic acoustic stuff. And I remember sitting in the back seat changing them, very intimidated, watching a YouTube video to figure it out. And I changed them and I get in to play the gig and I realize I strung the guitar strings backwards.
Oh,
no.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes. So that's my like embarrassing, funny, like one of my favorite stories to tell. And then luckily there was this like mom and pop guitar shop and they, you know, I'm 15 years old. They strung it up real quick for me and I played the gig. But if you think my hair is red, my face was so red.
Tonya, you mentioned that you play the guitar. Was that your first instrument?
No. Well, I started on violin in elementary school, and then I played clarinet for, 8 years in marching band, and then I played saxophone in jazz band, and then at 15 I started on guitar. So just like a little bit of everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Chris, how about you?
Well, let me tell you my quick story. My wife
Yes.
finally mentioned it to me. So it was funny because we were on the road to go play a show and we were in two different vehicles and we passed by this sign that says drug unit ahead and will be a dog on site. And so we're behind my bass player and guitar player, it's me and the drummer. And I said, watch this. He said, what are you talking about? I said, just watch. And next thing you know, bags of pot start flying out both windows, a whiskey bottle out of one window, some six packs of beer and shit. And I was laughing my ass off. The drummer was new with us. He was like, holy shit, you serious? And we go by where the thing is and they haven't even set up yet. So the fucking dog wasn't out, nothing. They didn't even stop anybody. So it was classic. It was fucking awesome. They almost turned around and went back together.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, we've had a lot of interesting things, especially being together off and on for 24 years. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there. So
I got a question about that. You've been married for 24 years and being a musician.
Yeah.
How do you hold that together?
You know, it's hard. Like I said, the guitar player's been divorced 3 times, might get married a 4th, who knows. The bass player's on his 3rd marriage. And I'm on my 1. I've found one that'll stay with me, and we've been together 21 years. She'll be 13 next month, and I got a little girl. And you know, it's that's hard to find nowadays. And our chemistry is so awesome. Me and the 3 guys, 24 years off and on. I mean, you know, it's we fight like brothers. We go to a club and those dumbasses throw whiskey and beer on me and stuff while I'm sitting at the table, and I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You're like kids. You know, so I have to round them, but they're younger than me, but not by much, but you know.
Hey, Chris, I gotta throw this out. So I'll be with my other half on Saturday, 24 years.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Congrats.
you know what that means? I got a great gag reflex.
I mean, let's be honest.
Bobby, my parents are watching.
Well, I'm giving them an education.
I'm just glad my daughter has her earbuds in and can't hear shit.
You see there? Look, there's my mom right there. That's my mom.
Susan, we love you. Gulp, gulp.
But yeah, and your other part of the question, Candy, I started out on guitar. I started out singing at 3 years old to Elvis records,
Aw.
the King, and I started guitar at 14, and I play a little bit of drums and I play bass, and I just play a little bit at all of it, So,
what was the first concert that you guys ever attended, both of you?
oh my God.
Yeah, let's go dirty.
If I tell you, it's really gonna show my age.
Listen,
Yours?
if you tell
Shit.
Tonya,
I'll
tell
tell
us,
you mine.
I'll tell you what my first show was. You're not gonna believe it. Go for it.
My face is turning red.
Oh
Okay,
no.
That's all right.
So I just turned 30 in January.
That's not
And-
old.
No.
Oh, but underwear.
100 is old.
I know that's not old. That's why when I tell you my first concert, you're probably gonna laugh. My first concert was Backstreet Boys.
I was
Me
going to say
too.
New Kids.
No
but-
way!
Yes. When I was like 7 or 8, they had just come out with their self-titled album, and I got to go to that show. It was the best.
Oh my god, I love you.
I love you too.
Mine,
We're meant to be friends.
Absolutely.
Go for it. Who was it?
I have to tell you two because I had two different times. One when I was 7 years old. It was 1977. My mom took me to the Statler Brothers and the Oak Ridge Boys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love it.
And then my first rock concert was 1985. It was Rat with Bon Jovi opening.
With who?
Rat with Bon
Okay.
Jovi opening.
Rat. Wow.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
So mine.
You know,
was
I'm totally
Frampton
floored.
at JFK in Philly, and then
There you go.
Kiss in '76.
Woo!
Very
Yes.
cool. Tonya, I can't believe it. Backstreet Boys.
Candy,
What's your
who was
okay?
your first one?
Here's a question for you, and then I'll kick
Candy,
it up to
who was
Angel,
your
I guess.
first one?
Sorry,
First concert.
that was my
She
first
just said
concert.
it.
It was the Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
Angel, yours?
Metallica Load on the Load tour in 1997.
Wow. Wow, you're a youngin'.
Yep.
Ah.
Angel, 24 years ago, Tony, Load. No, sorry.
Wrong concert.
Oh,
Tonya, what's your favorite Backstreet Boys song? I'm curious.
Uh-oh.
I want it that way.
I said
Tell
that
me
to
why.
Tony.
I can't believe we're talking Backstreet Boys.
Oh.
Hey, go with the flow, right?
Yeah, they're nice.
Can we bring Bobby back in?
Why?
What was your
You're the life of the party.
what'd you say your first one was, Bobby?
Frampton.
Concert that is.
Frampton?
Frampton, the I'm in You tour. Well, Tony said the same thing, but 77. Yeah,
You said
77.
at JFK?
JFK Stadium in Philly.
Nice. Heck yeah.
I'm an old fuck. I just have a lot of Botox, not buttocks.
We can't tell.
Oh,
It's the skateboarding that keeps you young.
Yeah.
I ride a lot of wood.
Sorry.
Angel, back to you, man.
You always do that. Always. It's never back to Jay or Steve. It's always back to me.
Well, they're not here. I don't have the Jew. I don't have the vampire who hangs upside down. We got Candy. And if I say anything wrong, she gets upset and then texts Jay.
Oh, okay.
Because we love you.
I love you too, Angel.
No, we love you more.
I love you, Infinity
Oh,
Squared.
sure.
Okay, shut
Oh,
the
I
f
love
up.
you, Ubers. And you were like my sister. Of
Oh, cool.
another
Wow.
mother.
Somebody saw Paul McCartney Wings Over America.
Ooh.
Oh,
I know
wow.
who that
Yeah.
is.
And
Hi.
who was that? Was that like my young?
No, I can't
What was
say.
his name?
No, I can't say. I know
One
exactly who
Hung
that
Young?
is.
Oh, Man Young.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Ninja.
Ninja. Yeah. Something like that.
That is so gay, that name.
Oh, hey, Brian, how's it going?
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Oh,
that
he was
way.
learning
Hold on.
too.
I know exactly who that person is. He's one of my biggest supporters. I'll leave it at that.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Does he do sports? Because he would be an athletic supporter.
No, Bobby. Angel, did we have any more questions?
I'm almost out of liquor.
Candy, you'll never come back on here as a guest host.
Oh, really? I might have to fight you on that one.
Question for Chris.
Naked? Oh, sorry, Bobby.
Hold on, we got somebody back.
Oh,
Yo!
hey, Jay.
Yo!
Oh, Jay's in the street.
What's up, Bobby?
He's dancing.
You're like our man in the street.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm everywhere, dude. I've got shots of Jameson in my system. You have no idea.
Oh, dude, look what I got.
Ah!
Oh, wait, look what I got right here.
This was Grandpa.
I'm gonna be doing some cold gin because
Absolutely. So I got something for you guys.
Okay.
Especially as independent, as DIY style artists. If there was something from what you guys witnessed when it came to the pandemic and how bands handled it, what would you have done differently or changed if you could have done that? Not necessarily in response to your own respective bands, but just from what you saw from like the independent bands and the way they handled the pandemic. If there was something that you would have changed, like something you thought they did poorly, what would you have fixed?
Well, I tell you the truth, and this is going to sound like an asshole, but so many people became
I don't like them.
rock stars or thought they were rock stars and played live shows on Facebook and were charging money for people, asking for money. And, the artist or whatever you want to call them came out of the woodworks in 2020. I mean, it was wild, especially independent stuff, acoustic stuff for the most part.
I think that, like, personally, I have a different take on it. I kind of feel like everybody just kind of did their best. This is like uncharted territory. I feel like people were losing their jobs. People had a hard time feeding themselves. I think people innovated and did the best that they could if they needed to, like, do what they needed to do to get money. I mean, I drove Lyft during the pandemic. I lost my job during the pandemic, so I think that people just kind of did their best to get by. I don't really have any kind of constructive criticism on what I would have changed. I think people it's in our nature to just do what we got to do to get by,
Oh, no, absolutely, for sure. I mean, I used to tell people when we'd be talking at the bar and stuff like that, I'd be like, I can only speak for myself. My situation wasn't worse or better.
Hi.
I got fans.
What the hell is that?
Oh.
I don't lie when I say I'm the best piece of ass in 3 states.
No, you don't.
So, see?
Hey, Jay.
No.
Jay. Well,
What?
if Tony wasn't in the room downstairs, I wouldn't.
Say that again, Bobby.
I said if Tony wasn't in the room downstairs, I wouldn't deny that. But
Oh, I know.
I'll see you Saturday.
Oh, just the tip, Bobby. That's all you've earned so far.
I have my Funyuns.
But no, my thing is when I was handling like stuff at the bar, talking to the guests, I was like, look, my situation wasn't worse or better than anybody else's. I mean, my life got erased. My day job as a bartender, my nightlife is music. Like, everything I knew went away. But I just really just kind of rode the wave. I just went surfing, man. I was just like, it's not going to last forever. I felt that to my core, and I felt that back in April of 2020. I was like, look, let's just see what we can do when it came to this situation. Because, like, same with all, like, my photography buddies that just came and crashed the interview. It was the same thing for them. a lot of these guys, that's exactly how they make their income, is working for bands and to keep them in the public eye. So they weren't doing anything either. So that was always a big thing for me, was always trying to make sure to keep things in perspective, where it's just kind of like, it's not going to last forever. I felt that way deeply. I do feel like things could have gotten revamped and restarted a little bit quicker. But at the same time, I mean, I can't argue against people who really feel a certain way when it comes to health. That was
Right.
really a big thing, is it was really just kind of health oriented. I never pretended to be a mask guy, but I wasn't. But I did it because I wasn't going to let it ruin my day. You weren't going to see me, the guy on the internet, cussing out some poor cashier for doing their job. And just like Lydia said earlier in the interview, like right at the beginning, just like what Tonya was saying, is it was like, look, I work in hospitality as a bartender. Like, I want to smile at you. I want to look at you. I want to see your face.
Yeah.
So that alone wasn't fun when it came to stuff.
He's
I was just
fucking
like,
lying. He's so
after a
ready to
really
bitch
long
slap
shift,
Chris Rock.
yeah. But I mean, after a really long shift, I don't want that thing on my face anymore, dude. I'm
No.
over it. But at the same time, I mean, I'm not going to risk anybody's casual happiness or whatever, especially too, because I'm a hugger, man. So like, if the only way I'm also going to get my hugs in is by wearing a mask, dude, I'll mask it out.
Right. And there were
my hugs are way more important.
There were like some bands that like people got mad when they played shows that had COVID restrictions. Then there were people that got mad if they didn't have COVID restrictions. But I just think that there's no criticism in your choice. It's like at the end of the day, we're all just trying to navigate through this uncharted territory. We're all just trying to do what we think is best, and we're gonna have different opinions. But it's your opinion at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And all we got to do is just respect that. There doesn't need to be any hate in music. You put hate in music, it doesn't belong there,
Absolutely. No, 100% on that.
So.
Fans, it is important for you guys to know, last call for alcohol. We want to get any kind of questions, comments, concerns, anything that you want Tonya and Chris to talk about, to answer. Now's your time to do it, guys. It is last call for alcohol. Candy, let's kick it back over to you.
Oh, you caught me off guard. So
That's okay.
Here's a question for you guys. So who in the future, maybe, who do you want to collaborate with and work on songs, music videos, anything? What do you guys got?
Go ahead, Tonya.
Okay. I would absolutely love to work. Obviously, I love Lizzie Hale. So if like I got to do something with her or Amy Lee, that would be amazing. But honestly, if I got to choose somebody that I really, really wanted to work with, it would be Nick Raskulinis. He is one of the best producers, I think, ever. He's produced Foo Fighters. He's produced Hailstorm. He lives right here in the heart of Nashville. So if I ever got a chance to work with Nick Raskulinis or collab with Hailstorm, those would be the two main people that I would love to work with one day.
Very
And
cool.
Chris?
Mine would be way too many to say, but especially Junkyard. Would love to collab with Junkyard, the guys in Junkyard, and Foo Fighters. That would be awesome. And Dave
Oh
Grohl's
my God.
just the fucking, he's the shit. And then gosh, like I said, way too many. Jack Hole. A lot of 80s bands. I grew up an 80s metalhead, so anybody from there, I don't care. Yeah. So
I think that's super cool, because I
There's a
love
good one.
Junkyard too, and I actually got to see them a few years back when they played at the M3 Festival, and they brought Brian back for a set.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I got to see them with Brian back on stage. So I thought that was super duper awesome. I was like, I'm literally watching like a combination of Junkyard and Bad Religion right now.
Yes,
There might not be anything cooler than that right now.
We played a show with them in December of last year.
Oh, nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And kind of a follow up to that. What's on your bucket list of accomplishments? What do you hope to get out of 2022?
Wow. Just playing a lot more shows, and putting out a new album, and maybe getting airplay. That would be a great thing for 2022. So, or
Awesome.
should I say more airplay than we've gotten in the past?
Right. Gotcha. And Tonya.
I would say our strategy has been to put out a music video with every song. You guys know, as musicians, there's no money in original music. It's real expensive.
No doubt.
You gotta really love what you do. And so we're doing that. We've got a great team of people we're working with, but I want to keep putting out music videos and keep building relationships with people, play shows, I just want to keep moving forward. That's the answer. I just want to keep, whether it is a slow forward, a fast forward, I just want to keep going forward.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Jay, back to you, hon.
No, very cool. We actually got a pop-up question to my text feed from one of our show friends and one of our metal summoners in Charles. Tonya, he wants to know if Maria Brink from In This Moment came calling, would you do a collab with her?
Hell yeah, dude. So listen, here in Nashville, they do a lot of cover music, right? And they do these things where you sign up for a song and you don't rehearse it. You show up to these gigs, they're charity events, and you just sing it. And you hope everyone knows their parts. And the last one that I did, I got to sing In This Moment, Big Bad Wolf by her. And it was amazing. I would absolutely love to do something with Maria Brink. Yeah.
Nice.
She's amazing.
That's awesome. That's so sick. Yeah. I've always thought that she was fantastic. Even back to the early days of In This Moment, I was a fan. But this goth, sex metal Barbie thing that she does now is just so bitchin'. I think it's so awesome.
Dude, I just recently saw her here in Nashville when she came about 2 months ago. And I've seen her shows over the past, 7 years. And just to see her grow and her theatrics grow, she puts on one of the best shows, live shows. Besides, I would put her up there with Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie. They always put on just sick live shows. But her, just the whole female doing it thing, man, and she's such a babe. Okay, let's all be real. Maria Brink is incredibly hot.
Hey, Tonya, Chris,
absolutely.
I'm going to throw this out really quick. And I brought it up earlier about a collab. And I thought about it while we were doing the show. The song Bother, if you guys ever want to do it together, I would love to see the two of you do it.
Bothered. What is that? I'm lost.
You never heard the song Bother?
I'm not sure. Who's it by?
Steve. Wasn't that hold up a second. It was Stone Sour.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. All right. Because I knew a couple other songs called Bothered. One was by Candlebox. That's why I was making sure.
No, this was but the two of you guys doing a collab on it, just of everything that you went through with Tonya
cool.
with losing her daughter and everything. And I'm going, the lyrics are fucking badass. And I'm going, the two of you guys, taking it that route. And I'm just going, yeah.
Yeah, well,
awesome. That sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
I mean, the opening line is, wish I was too dead to cry.
Right.
And I'm just going, oh my God, it's fucking Tonya right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it. I don't know if I've ever heard that song.
You probably have.
Yeah,
it just doesn't ring a bell, but you probably have.
Okay.
And when you hear it, you're going to be like, yeah, this is the shit. It came out in 2015.
Road trip to Pennsylvania.
There you go.
Hey, You know, look, Pennsylvania's the happy ending of the world, or the reach around.
Since we're talking collabs, I don't know. We should find a way to make a Lydia's Castle Voodoo13 thing happen.
Oh,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
telling you,
definitely.
that's what I'm working on. Hey, Steve, you are so fucking. Jay, what Steve?
I can be a
Steve's with the
Steve.
other gay guy.
I told you off the air before we even got on to put down the bottle, Bobby. I mean, I can be a Steve, but I'd rather be a Jay.
I'd rather be an angel.
Oh, dude, you're the farthest thing from an angel that I know.
Amen to that.
Speaking of Angel, let's bring Angel back in for a little bit. Do we have any pop-up questions, brother, and anything from yourself?
Oh, that angel you was talking about. I'm sorry. I thought you was talking about angels in particular. Just my question to Chris is, what can fans expect on the next release? Is it going to be an EP or an album? And I know you mentioned October as a release date.
Yeah. Hopefully, sometime September, October. We may release a couple of singles at a time, and then ultimately release everything together. On an album. It will be an album, a full album, because we've already released a couple of songs that have, like "Twisted Love." So Come On, different stuff like that, that would actually be on the full album. But definitely that. And the next release already has a title. I guess I can go ahead and say the name of the song because it's going to be on all our new T-shirts. It's already on stickers. It's on everything. It's called Mississippi Way. And it's actually it's a rockin' Southern rock type of style song. So it's about drinking and mud riding and smoking dope and having fun and partying and out in the woods and all that cool shit, fishing and just all the stuff we did growing up in Mississippi. So
Cool.
Nice.
I still got one more question.
That's super duper cool.
Appreciate it. We hope it's going to be.
No, absolutely, man, for sure. So, Chris, I got one more question from you. So when it came to tonight, I reached out to Tonya because I wanted to do like a dual thing tonight. Right. You came after us. What was it about our show, man, that struck your fancy to want to be a guest and want to be a part of it? I want to know because I think that's cool to hear and good for the fans to hear as well. Like, we're used to sending out all the invitations to our guests, but it's not common for someone to come after us. So we'd love to know what about us struck you.
Well, a little bit of everything. I loved who y'all were interviewing. That first off, I saw one that was a few months back, and I can't remember who was on the show, but Bobby was showing 500,000 fucking guitars he owned or something.
Hello,
like that. Talking about the different woods and not woods, baby. The wood that the guitar was made out of. Let me clarify that. That, like I said, that was the first one that I remember seeing. I saw the John Robbie. I've seen, Rob DeLuca. I can't remember, how many. I've seen a few of y'all's shows, and I thought that we would fit in good, the music that we play, and I wanted to not only be a part of the show, but to get to know you guys and be able to spread the word, not just of y'all, but of Voodoo13, and hey, one day I'll get y'all on my show.
Yes,
just
I'm down for it.
Need to spread the love everywhere.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely, man. No, well, we can't appreciate you more for that then. Absolutely, man. Candy, let me kick it to you one more time as we spin around the table before we put a nice little bow on everything.
Okay. Maybe if you guys can plug your socials and tell everybody where you can be found.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tonya.
So we're the only Lydia's Castle in the existence of Lydia's Castle. So if
Yep.
you look us up anywhere,
You can look below as well.
it's trademarked. No one in the world has it. So
Yep.
if you go to lydiascastle.com, all of our socials, our streams, our music videos, our EPK, we have like a whole 3 pages worth of merch that you can order, from hats to notebooks to blankets, snuggies, probably. I mean, whatever you're into.
Onesies.
So yeah, so
Condoms.
lydiascastle.com, you'll find all of it there.
Very cool. Yeah, you can check us out. It's Voodoo13, so Voodoo13, and most things are official. So it's Voodoo13 official. That's our website, Voodoo13official.com. Facebook, Voodoo13 official, on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. On YouTube, it's V13 official is the YouTube page, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, we got little scan cards, stickers that we stick out everywhere. People can just scan it, and it takes them to the website and shows you everything we've done and we're about and all that good stuff. So definitely, if you come see a show, buy merch. Yeah.
And Jay, before I kick it back up to you, Tonya and Chris, thanks so much for being here. And to the Core 4, I love you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of the panel here tonight.
Oh yeah, Metal Summit fucking rocks.
Thank
Love the shit out of it.
Oh,
Love the show.
absolutely.
Yes.
For sure. Let's kick it real quick over to our own, sex rock and roll Barbie doll, Bobby Dreyer, to
Oh, fuck
get a
yeah.
final comment from him.
So, Tonya and Chris, I got to tell you, thank you guys for putting up with my shit and everything. and Mrs. Burton,
Miss
not you.
Burton.
No, not you.
Miss
Your mom.
Burton.
Your mom.
Miss
Yeah.
Bird.
I'm not drunk, I swear.
No, I'm talking to your mom. We love your mom, and I apologize to your mom. Candy, look, I got Jay on. I'm not worried about it because I know, but Chris, Tonya, look, I'm telling you, there's a collab in your future. There's a reason the two of yous were on. I threw a couple things out. I work with a really good producer here who worked with Lizzie Hale. But
There you go.
let's work on something. There's something here. There's a reason why the two of you were on the show.
Well, because Jay knows what he's doing.
Well, look, I'm telling you, the four of us are the most misfitted, effed up people that you'd ever see. We got a Jew, you got a vampire, you got Jay, who's like the nice, I mean, Angel is the nicest guy in the world, and then you got like the vicious queen, me.
Did you say vicious queen?
Yes, yes.
I will stab your eyes out
Love it. Love it.
and take you on a Disney ride.
That's so sweet.
Well,
Call me like Cruella DeVille.
There you go.
oh, absolutely. Well, Chris, Tonya, we can't thank you guys enough for taking some time out of your guys' evenings to hang out with us and rock out with us and show us a
thank
little
y'all.
love.
Thank
So,
you. Appreciate
Metal
it.
Summoners, make sure you guys are showing them love. Music's back. Shows are going on. Get out and check them out. Get out and support them. Voodoo13, Lydia's Castle. Make sure you guys are getting out to support these guys. Hit them up for merch. Hit them up for their music. If you can't make a show, there's other ways to support them. But make sure that you guys
Right.
know that they're out there and that they're giving it everything they got. So, Metal Summoners, it's up to you. We do go to shows. We know who doesn't. Talk is cheap, so show up and support. So we want to see more of that. But Metal Summoners, we love you guys. Thank you for driving your boats and landing your planes on the island of Misfit Toys. Thank you for joining us as always tonight. On behalf of the Metal Summit, we can't thank Candy Burton enough for spending her time with us to
Thank you,
join us
Candy.
tonight. Make sure you're supporting her on Monco Radio and all of her socials for Candy's Kiss Corner and for Handful of Candy. And on behalf of the Core 4, again, thank you very much on behalf of Psycho Steve. Thank you to Judas Priest and Queensryche for having
Yes.
Psycho Steve out tonight. Thank you so much to Julian K and the Birthday Massacre for having me out tonight. And thank you, as always, for love and support to Bobby Dreyer and Angel Alamo for always rocking out. Hit up everybody on their socials, Angel's, Bobby, Steve's, and mine, Candy's socials, and we'll see you guys next week. Guest
Hey, tune in
announcement is
every
on
week to see
Friday.
Metal
As always,
Summit.
you guys have that to look forward to. It's going to be a good one. We're going to come at you from a little bit of a different angle again next week. We got somebody new and somebody fun. So guest announcement on Friday for next week's episode. We will see you guys in a little bit. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much to Lydias, Castle, Tonya, Voodoo13's, Chris, and we will see you guys next week. As always, you've been watching the Metal Summit.
See you guys.